I'm Joe, I'm 30. I live in Leeds with my 3 children and my wife. I come out the train station every day, it's very busy. As soon as you walk out the station, you either see construction of a new hotel or big panes of glass, grey, concrete buildings. You're looking around and you think, well, the sky's grey, the buildings are grey. It amplifies that mood. It doesn't make me feel any better. For me, it's quite disappointing and it doesn't feel like home. If I was to speak to the architect responsible for the building in front of us, I would probably ask them why buildings are made so modular. Could we not bake in some sort of character? It feels like we've just stuck a new building in the middle of heritage, really. I would change the colour if I could only change one thing, but for me I would change the shape, maybe add some sort of pattern to it. You see a good example of what I'm talking about with the big glass buildings that are being put up in Leeds. I find it quite aggressive. It towers over everything that exists already. It kind of feels like a takeover rather than adding to the area. If we go the same way we're going, everywhere here will just be a big skyscraping hotel. I think the kind of buildings that make me feel good are the more embedded in the culture kind of buildings. And I think when I walk past those sort of buildings, I feel quite pleased to be part of that culture. I feel quite at ease. Good example of that is the Corn Exchange. It's a nice embodiment of modern shops, modern culture, but using a building that's got a lot of history. When I walk past a building like this, I do stop and take it in a little bit. It stood the test of time, and I feel like that is something I relate to in terms of like something being quite resilient and something to be enjoyed by generations. And they're not all necessarily old buildings. In some parts of Leeds, you can feel quite intrigued and inspired, really. It's just they've spent more time in making it look something unique. So when I look at this building here, the Victoria Gate building, I don't know if it's inspiration, but it gives you some sort of like look and feel like, oh, Leeds is quite a unique place. They've used texture and materials to make it stand out. I really do like this building because of the textures and the effort it's gone to with the glass and the cross-hatching with the concrete or stone, or I think that is. And walking past it, it fills you with kind of a bit of hope that more things like this are going to turn up. Looking to the future for Leeds, I'm not scared of it being modern, but they do have to at least consider the culture that's here already. Making it iconic enough to remember, but it blends in with the aesthetic of the area. And if I was going to give one tip to somebody designing a building now, is also keep the pedestrian in mind. When you walk past these things, it does have an impact on people, and if it gives them something to look at, something to consider, something to ponder, I think it stimulates more ideas and creativity for the rest of the city, really.